Hey everyone, I now the Symbiote Soldier 3 here, and oh boy do I have some explaining to do. I haven't uploaded in like a month, it feels like. I don't think it's actually been that much time, but it feels like I haven't uploaded, yeah, it has been over a month. So let me explain why I haven't uploaded a single video in over a month. I've been sick. I have to do these explanation before the actual meat of the video because I don't have access to community tabs due to not even having like enough subscribers to even do one special. But not complaining that it's not about you or enough. It's just it's an inconvenience with being a small content creator. I've been sick, and I'm still partially sick, but it's way better than what it used to be. So I can actually like record the video and I won't sound extremely nasally. I may still sound extremely nasally. I can't even tell. But what's with the name change into something that's oddly not video game specific? Here's another reason why being sick sucked. I'm changing the type of content that I'm making in a way. I'm still making reviews, top 10 Let's Plays, but reviewing top 10s, well, countdowns, I can't exactly just call them top 10s, I do, not just top 10s, they're just the most popular, like, choice. They are, instead of just going to be video game focused, they're going to be fictional media focused. What do I mean by that? Well, it's basically, I'm a huge fan of not only video games, but I also like comics, cartoons, or just TV shows in general, and movies. And as much as I love video games, it's not the only thing I want to talk about, with the rare occasion that I get to talk about a licensed game. So that's all I have for this little bit. I'm extremely sorry that I got sick. But anyway, let's get on to the actual video. Hello there, you lovely people. I'm the Symbiote Soldier 3, and welcome to another review. This review, we're going to be talking about Mega Man Powered Up. And the reason I'm talking about Mega Man Powered Up specifically is because Mega Man 11 came out. At least at the time I was planning to do this video and ended up getting sick. Was recently brought back into gaming with Mega Man 11. So I thought, if I'm not going to review Mega Man 11 straight up, why not review a remake of his first outing in the video game world? Yeah, we're doing this. Anyway, I'm a huge Mega Man fan. I love this game to death, I'm already going to say that. But let's get into more detail why I love this game so much. Let's go. So let's start off by talking about the plot. Now, the plot of this game is quite simple. We have to go on a bit of backstory about the series as a whole to completely understand it, so I'm gonna go do that. Dr. Light used to be, well, still is, to an extent, a young robotics genius. And his former friend, Dr. Wily, was also a robotics inventor. However, Light and Wily had their dispute about how robots should be implemented into the world, and ultimately, the chairman decided that Lights focus on free rights basic. Well, yeah, like free rights in robotics will be the future instead of Wily's what will be known as in a later game the double gear system. So yeah, that's the backstory, but this game is plot. So Wily decided to reprogram Light's old inventions. Well, I mean, not his old invention, his 6 of his 10 at the time, I believe, Robot Masters. And when they are supposed to help out society, they are actually evil. But, so, yeah, that's the plot. It's incredibly basic, sure, but it works. Gonna have to cut real quick. Alright, so, now we talked about what? Let's talk about the gameplay. Okay. Alright, now the interruptions are out of the way, let's talk about the gameplay. Where, if you play the Mega Man game, you already know the gameplay, but gotta add, like, you don't actually know the game. What I'm trying to say is, that, gameplay, it's very simple. Press the button to jump, press another button to shoot, but here's the kicker that makes it really good in my opinion. You have weapons after you defeat boss. You get. And for the most part, these are good and fun weapons to use. Well, actually, that's not for the most part. It's really more like you have one good weapon and the rest are mediocre, if I'm being honest, or situational / suck. The one that's good in this situation, well, in this game, not situation, is the one and only Elec Beam that you get from Elecman. Coincidentally, my favorite Robot Master in the game. Where it's an electrical beam that shoots off in 3 different directions. Do I need to say more? One of the more mediocre weapons, in my opinion, is the Firestorm. It's decently situational, but you can use it on normal enemies. And it doesn't really have a secondary use that often. And the worst weapon, in my opinion, is the Hyper Bomb. Just throw down a bomb, and that's it. And it doesn't explode upon contact. And the oil slide that you saw there is pretty situational, but it is fun to use. Alright, so now let's talk about the presentation. A lot of people I hear a lot of people saying that the art style and the graphics overall are terrible. And while I know that this is just someone's opinion, and this is just a disagreement, is that I personally think that the game, while the graphics do leave a decent bit to be desired, desire, I don't know what I'm trying to say, leave a little bit to be desired. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. The art style more than makes up for that for me. Even though I know that this probably is just me, I really like the art style. I think it's beautiful, honestly, and it more than makes up for mediocre graphics, at least for time. And honestly, I don't expect graphics to be that good on a handheld game, which this is. And yes, it looks a little pixely despite like being more about 2.5D, at least just from looks alone. I still think that it has good presentation. This is probably just an unpopular opinion, but my reviews aren't supposed to be major critiques of games or even just trying to look at it unless it's just like something that honestly sucks about the game or it's just a nitpick. For the most part, I'm just trying to state my opinion while going over it in a review format. So disagree with me what you want, as I know that calling the art style bad, at least some people, is like popular thing to say, but I like it. I don't make these reviews to have a popular opinion and share that view. Well, yes, some of my reviews later on the line will share a popular opinion. It's not to say my opinion's right, it's literally just saying my opinion. And now finally, we can go over to what I think this game does best that wasn't already covered. So while I think the gameplay is the best aspect of almost every Mega Man game, since I have to pick something that wasn't already covered, I have to say, oh god, I actually haven't thought about this one. Characters are decent. That was fine. You know what? I'm going to go with tough question. Wait, what am I talking about? This is a Mega Man game. The one thing that I didn't cover that the game handles best is the bosses. Sure, there are a few stinkers. So is almost every Mega Man game. So, yeah. With my personal favorites being, let's see here, Iceman, Electman, and Oilman. Yeah, those are probably my favorites. Haven't thought of my special thing that I was doing for some reason. But honestly, yeah, that's about it. Now, do I recommend this game? If you have a PSP, yeah, buy it. You can find it probably on Amazon or something. I'd say it's worth it. Well, this may be a bit of an unpopular opinion. It's a Mega Man game. If you want a definitive way to play the original with a few changes like 2 new robot masters like Time Man and Oil Man, then this is the game for you. I recommend you can pick it up if you have a PSP. Honestly, this is it. Anyway, so yeah, I think it's pretty good. I don't have any major gripes or even just nitpicks with the game. I think it's good. Well, it's not my favorite Mega Man game. That honor belongs to Mega Man 11. It's one of my favorites. But anyway, so what is the next video? Well, next time, I will be taking a look at the original Mario Party. Anyway, until then, this has been the Symbiote Soldier 3, signing off, and I'll see you guys all next time.